Honey child and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Come to order because court is now in session. And on today's docket, we have even further developments in the form of a new filing made in the criminal case against Cora Jake's husband, Richard Brandon Coleman, regarding sexual assault allegations made by their 13-year-old daughter. And this filing was made by Brandon Coleman's attorney. And so, if you want to find out about these very interesting developments regarding this motion filed by Brandon Coleman's attorney and whether I think it will be granted by the court, you better stick around. Hi there, I'm Professor Blackmore and welcome back to my channel and to my series entitled Potter's House PedoFiles. And if you want to get caught up on all of the facts that I've provided directly from the criminal court file pertinent to the criminal court indictment surrounding the arrest of Richard Brandon Coleman, the husband of Cora Jakes Coleman, aka the daughter of BishopTDJakes of the Potter's House Church, please watch my entire series. And I hope you'll also consider donating to this video and the time and expense that it takes to continue this ministry by clicking the super thanks heart button below as well. And to all of you Potter's House Church folk who come on here and watch all of my videos to the end, and then you take the time to comment to tell me that I need to stop judging people, that I need to touch not thy anointed, and all of the other beloved messages. You can stop wasting your energy because I am not making you watch any of these videos, boo. I pay my tithes and offerings to the Potter's House Church, and I don't have anything against them. But if this were anybody else, this would be all over the news, and you can't find any information about this nowhere. And so I'm not judging anybody because I don't know what the hell really happened. I'm just reporting facts and events in the life of the criminal court case based on my experience of over 20 years as an attorney in Texas. And so for all of you who want to say that Bishop Jakes and Cora Jakes do not have anything to do with it, well, I challenge you to go through all of my videos and point out where I have ever said that they were involved. And I'm merely using this example to caution people to exercise judgment and to extensively vet the people that you want to join your life with, especially when you will be charged with the responsibility of the care and custody of young children. And so you're damn right, I'm saying all of that I have to say, because if any of these sexual assault allegations of a minor child are true, I want all of you to know that the Potter's House Church could absolutely have very high exposure for civil liability because clearly the young man was not properly vetted before they allowed him to be on the church's payroll, lurking around the church with Cora Jakes in her role as director of the children's church ministry. So if you don't like my channel, just keep strolling, boo. I'll go to the next video. And so, as you know, the indictment alleges that Cora Jakes' husband touched their adopted daughter on one or more occasions in an inappropriate manner in Tarrant County and in Ellis County. He was arrested in May in Grand Prairie, Texas, which I find very suspicious. I say that all, but that's just... And eventually he was taken to the Ellis County Jail, where he has been ever since May of 2022. I think it's kind of crazy, but anyway, I'm just going to keep myself focused. And what I find even more disturbing is he sat there an entire month until June 9th, 2022, when an Ellis County grand jury returned a 5-count indictment. Now, every time the matter comes up on the docket for a hearing, it seems that it's passed by Brandon Coleman's attorney. And as many of you know, for whatever reason, Brandon Coleman filed a motion to get rid of this attorney that was appointed by the court. And in my last update on this case, I revealed that the judge stunningly denied that motion. So the attorney is still on the case. And all throughout my updates on this case, and even during my last update, I've complained about the fact that there has been no motion on file to lower the bail. And this is something as an attorney that I would have filed the first day of being on the case. And so, in my opinion, the bail is just too high for a case like this. And as you may know, the bail is currently set in the amount of $150,000. I mean, I've seen murder cases with bail of less than that amount. And so it would take a bail bond in the amount of $15,000 to secure Brandon Coleman's release until the time of trial, since in this country, every person is considered innocent until actually proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt by a judge or jury of their peers. And so, lo and behold, the attorney has finally filed a motion. But before I get into this, I want to back up a bit and note that Brandon Coleman's second announcement was set to take place on October the 4th. And guess what? Brandon Coleman's attorney passed that hearing as well. So it was reset to take place on December the 5th, 2022. And I had just set my calendar and I was just going to wait until then to see if he was going to pass it again. But out of nowhere, on or about October the 26th, 2022, I don't know if he was listening to my podcast. If you listen to my podcast, call your girl. But anyway, on October 26th, 2022, he filed this little four-page motion with the court, which states Mr. Coleman's confinement and restraint is illegal because the bond is excessive, oppressive, and beyond his financial means, which, in my opinion, was all true 5 months ago when he was initially detained. So I don't know why it took 5 months to file a 4-page motion, but praise God, he finally did. And now I personally would have worded it just a little bit differently, because in Texas, I use the word bail because bond can be kind of deceptive. Bail is set by the judge, and the judge can also order how bail can be paid. Now, sometimes the judge will allow a person to post what is called a personal recognizance bond, or we call it a PC bond, wherein they merely sign a document certifying that they will return under certain circumstances and requirements made by the court for their behavior during that time. A court can also allow the bail to be paid by surety bond, which is an insurance policy that you can get from a bail bondsman that secures the full amount of the bail if the defendant does not appear at all of his subsequent hearings and trial. But a judge can also order that bail be paid in all cash, which will negate the defendant's ability to post a bail bond or a personal recognizance bond. So I would have worded this request in such a way to make it clear to ask that the court not order that the bail be posted in all cash, because I feel many times people assume that a judge won't do that and they'll just shock you right there in open court. So I'm okay with this motion. I mean, it gets the job done and further argument can be made at the time of the hearing. And so he kind of says it here when he asks for bail to be paid by bond a personal, he says personal bond, personal recognizance is what I think he means here. So he can either get a bail bondsman to post the 10% or a PC bond wherein he could just sign himself out. But I 100% doubt that a judge would allow a PC bond for a case like this. And so, as you can see, the hearing on the motion to reduce the bail is set to take place on November the 4th, 2022 at 9 o'clock a.m. But now, if you look at this docket sheet, the hearing is actually set to take place at 8:58. And now when they do that, that tells me that this will be another virtual hearing on WebEx. And so you can also see that the third announcement is set here to take place on December the 5th, 2022. Now, I personally think that bail in a case like this should be no more than $50,000. And I fully expect the judge to grant the motion and lower the bail amount. But as you know on here, I just ask and report and I let you decide. So, what do you think about this tasty morsel of courthouse drama? Do you think the judge will grant the motion and lower the bail amount? Or do you think the judge will deny the motion and order that the current bail amount remain as ordered? And if you think the judge will lower the bail, what amount do you think he will order? Please let me know by leaving your comments in the comment section below. And I hope you'll also give me a big thumbs up. And I hope you'll also consider donating to this video and the time and effort that it takes for me to research this information by clicking the super thanks heart button below. And while you're there, I want to also ask that you please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll be notified when I come back with more hot tea drama on this case. And please also follow me on TikTok and Instagram.